they'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff for Drake. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely nothing. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Well, this offseason for the Cincinnati Bengals is going to be one of transition. Marvin Lewis, second longest tenured head coach in the NFL, been with the Bengals since 2003, Charles. Let go on December 31st. Happy New Year after a 3rd straight season of no playoff football.
And he actually made that franchise relevant. You remember what a wreck it was when he took over? And then he turned them into a perennial playoff team. Unfortunately, went 0-7 in the playoffs. That helped lead to his demise. When you look at them going forward, though, there are some pieces in place, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They've got a quarterback in Andy Dalton, have a receiver in A.J. Green. That's where things start when they start the rebuilding process.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Single on the slot.
Over here.
Box 14.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Watch left. Stop right there. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 23 yards on the play.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Going deep here for Stills. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, 20.
Now on first down, Drake again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Tannehill. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Ballage, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Quit talking. Heavy.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go. We're good. We're good.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
Over here. Yes.
And Dalton to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green from 3 yards out, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Base. There you go. Right here. Kill. Block. Go. Bang. Check 9. Run.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Rolling to his right. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
52-44. Get ready for 57 over there. No. Off.
Third down. A shot here for Dalton. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This will be fielded at the 17. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run with Dre, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And his pass incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down. Get to the 4th.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned. He did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to like that one. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Under 4 to go now. It's down. Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Here's a run with Balaj. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Again, it's Mixon. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now we'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here you go, 368. Lady, 318. Heavy.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Robert Quinn in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
You got 3 down.
Ice.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a handoff looking right, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that's
to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sanders now to kick this one away.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some rest by the morning. I had a sister by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got this picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never look lucky. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad bad. You too. Dripping my swag. The streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some rest by the morning, I had a sister by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me. Calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over. The back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Zebra. Right. Blue fatigue. 18. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Shotgun. 14. Hey. Mike 52 right here. The ball.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Shotgun. Watch twist. Watch twist. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Gotta go. Back. Hey. 12. Check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right.
Go get him.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Run it. I got number 18. I got you, 18. Good, guys. 4 down.
A first down carry for Davis. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
18. Shotgun. Hey. Gotta go. Let's go, 14.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, but it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Wide, get wide.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up?
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the alt, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey.